The door opened without a sound. No creak, no shift of hinges. No resistance at all. Just a quiet exhale of warm air, like something on the other side had been holding its breath, waiting for me. Inside was a room I had never seen, yet knew somewhere deep in my bones. The light came from a single hanging bulb, its filament glowing softly, swaying even though the air was perfectly still. Dust motes floated around it, suspended like fragments of old thoughts that had never quite settled. The wallpaper was a palimpsest of forgotten lives. Layers peeled back in long curling strips, revealing older patterns beneath, spirals, angular shapes, sketched silhouettes of eyes, mouths drawn as open circles, frozen in mid-sound, words that weren't words, symbols that shifted when I tried to focus on them. The air smelled faintly of metal and childhood. In the center of the room sat a chair, and on it sat someone who looked like me. Not a perfect copy, a version scraped thin by repetition, weathered, tired, eyes holding the weight of too many cycles. It didn't speak at first. It just stared, waiting, as if I needed to be the one to break whatever ritual always started here. "You're not real," I said. The figure tilted its head in the exact way I would. "Neither are you," it replied. Its voice was mine, but woven with something deeper, as though my words were being spoken through an older, heavier echo. I stepped closer. The room trembled, then it flickered. For a heartbeat, I stood not in the dim room, but in a memory that wasn't anchored to any specific moment. A white corridor lined with doors, all numbered, all locked. A medical ward filled with empty beds. A bunker-like room where people in pale uniforms whispered urgently over glowing screens. Then a narrow metal walkway suspended above a dark chasm. Wind tearing at my clothes. None of these memories belonged to a child. None belonged entirely to me. They felt borrowed. Fragments of the collective dream, or remnants of the world before the collapse. Each vision lasted less than a second, like the dream was flipping through pages, searching for the one that fit. The figure on the chair rose. "You've been here before," it said. "Every time you remember too much, the dream bends. It tries to contain you, but you always forget again." Its expression softened, almost sad. "This time you've come further." I didn't respond, not because I had nothing to say, but because something behind the figure was changing. The wall had become a window. Outside it, stars drifting in slow spirals, and below them, illuminated by pale light, rows of pods. Thousands, stretching into darkness. Some were dim, some flickered. Some were empty. "They're waking up," the figure murmured. "Most don't understand what's happening. They think this world is real. They're building entire lives inside a memory. They don't remember Earth. They don't want to." The window brightened. I looked down. The floor beneath me was glass. Through it, I saw myself suspended in the pod far below the ruined surface of Earth. My eyes closed, dreaming. My limbs weightless. I looked up again, and the figure was gone. In its place was a mirror. But instead of my reflection, I saw a version of myself from not childhood, not youth, but some earlier phase of the dream. A memory of who I had been in a previous cycle. A man with clearer eyes, unburdened by the layers of forgetting. He leaned close to the other side of the glass. And just before the room dissolved, he whispered, "They're coming. Don't wake up yet.